Hey, I am very excited to finally provide you a relaunch update. So this year has thrown us quite a few curveballs, hasn't it? I mean, first of all, you all voted to have me become your lead pastor, and you've been stuck with the results of that ever since. But just remember, the vote was unanimous, so this is on you. But then COVID came along. And COVID has hit us all individually and collectively at the same time. It's affected our family lives, it's affected our work for many of us, and it's affected Hope for Life. We haven't had a corporate church service, not the kind that we're used to, since March. And since then, we've done other things, and I think they've been really fruitful things. We had Sunday small groups. We got to take part in the 3 church service. Lots of good stuff has been happening in our midst. Frankly, the most encouraging stuff have been the stories I've heard about how different ones of you are meeting and following and being faithful to Jesus in the midst of this season. It's been a good season, despite the fact that it's not a comfortable or easy season. Well, we planned to relaunch our church services again in September. And then in mid-August, late August, we found out that all of the public and Catholic schools canceled all of their rentals. And most of the private schools have also canceled all of their rentals. So you can imagine how that created pressure on the rental market in Calgary. Lots of people got thrown out on their butts, including us. And so since then, the church board has been actively working on a relaunch plan. We've been looking for other facilities where we can meet. And we've also been talking about what might God be up to in the midst of this season of our lives, this season corporately that we're going through and individually, and really just the thing we always talk about at Hope for Life. How do we stay in step with that? So we have found a facility and we've come up with a plan. We had a great board meeting last week and we secured a facility today, actually. And so let me just jump to the chase. We are going to be alternating between a whole group service every other Sunday and Sunday small groups. So one week we will have a sort of classic church service. There'll be more details about that coming because it can't be quite the same because of COVID regulations, but we're going to have what will be a really neat service Sundays, and we're also going to have Sunday small groups. The church leadership believes that these two things complement one another. They have different strengths and that they're going to help us learn what God has for us to learn and grow together and serve together in this season where there's things happening that are outside our control. Now, the Sunday services are going to be at 4:15 p.m. at Oak Park Church of Christ. Now, let me stop. Some of you will be saying, did he just say 4:15 p.m.? I did. I'm not glad that I'm saying 4:15 p.m., but here's the reality. As we've checked with all kinds of different facilities in our quadrant of the city, the reality is that there's nothing available we've been able to find on Sunday mornings. And so, for the time being, the next few months, we're going to be meeting in the afternoons. It's a change, and we're going to have to embrace that. And the upside is, the work we've put in partnering with Oak Park, when they found out that we'd been sort of kicked out of our facility, they have gone to great lengths, and I'd thank Lane, the pastor there, he's been at the head of that, to host us. They want us to come. They're giving us an amazing deal on their facility. It's going to work really well with the COVID regulations that we have to live within. And so we're going to be meeting Sunday afternoons every other week from 4:15 to 5, and we'll have Sunday small groups that will be on the alternate weeks. Lots of you have detailed questions running through your minds, and we're going to answer them over the next week. So just hang on for a few more days. I'm going to send out another document. There'll be another video earlier next week. But for now, we just wanted you to know the general plan. Always the heart of our job as a church is to ask individually and together, what is God up to? And how do we join into what he's doing? That's what it means to be part of his kingdom and to live in his kingdom. And we think this plan is going to help us stay in step with God and what he's doing in our midst, what he's doing in our communities, how he is joining us together as his people, how he's teaching us to love one another, how we worship together, how we learn together. We think this plan is actually going to be very effective. We're going to reevaluate the plan after Christmas. We're committing to this for the next few months. And obviously things can keep changing. That's the world we're in right now. But nonetheless, the leadership is quite excited about this, and I'm quite excited to be able to finally tell you about it. More details are coming. That's it for today. God bless.